who's as adamant about his or her position as I am about mine, whom you think is sharp. Seriously, we know that. And another thing, we heard him say that... Hey Elderados, welcome to episode number 122 of And Another Thing. I'm Larry Elder. Go to larryelder.com, fill out the form, become an Eldorado. That way you'll be able to get a free copy of Michael and Me. That's my feature-length documentary where I explore the Second Amendment and I actually ambush Michael Moore, who once promised, I'll debate a Republican anywhere, anytime. I happen to be a Republican. I contacted him. He tentatively said he'd come on and then never did, so we went to him. I think you'll enjoy it, Michael and Me. Now, for this week's And Another Thing, a lot of things to get to. Religious freedom, the Final Four, and Iran. Let's take them in that order. Religious freedom. This Indiana bill and this Arkansas bill, both governors said that they initially were going to sign it. And then all of a sudden the fit hit the shan and they sent them back to their respective legislatures because they wanted to find out if they could fix the bill. Fix the bill means they got hammered and they were accused of being homophobes, and Republicans hate the idea of anybody thinking that they're intolerant. So both those governors, after saying they were going to sign these religious freedom laws, decided to send them back to the lawmakers to fix them. How do you fix the scenario when somebody walks into a bakery and says, hey, we're gay. We want you to make a gay wedding cake for us. And because the bakers has certain religious beliefs, the baker doesn't want to do it. How do you fix that without somebody yelling discrimination? And the answer is you can't. Both those governors did what Republicans often do, unfortunately, and that is run for the hills. What do I mean by that? They should have stood up for property rights and for individual values and freedom of association. Do I own my business or does the state own my business? I say I own my business. And if I own my business, and I'm a florist, and a Klansman walks in and says, Mr. Florist, the Imperial Wizard just died. Would you please handle his funeral? It is my right to say, get the F out of my store, as far as I'm concerned. So this problem could have been solved quite easily if those governors had simply said that. And the civil rights movement in the 1960s, which people like to compare this to, that was about getting rid of de jure segregation, a Latin phrase meaning by law. These were laws that were passed that were mandating segregation. That's what MLK and those were marching forward to strike down, the Jim Crow laws. As for individual behavior, how people feel about each other, MLK wanted to appeal to our higher angels, to our better selves, to our consciences. That's what he did. That's what these governments... Hey Elderados, hope you enjoyed that short preview. If you'd like to become a complete full Eldorado, go to larryelder.com, fill out the form, you get a free copy of Michael and Me, a documentary that I did where I explore the history of the Second Amendment and where I ambush Michael Moore, and I asked the gentleman 3 times how many times Americans use guns to defend themselves. larryelder.com, check it out. Done.